Happy Friday. I'm going to do a tarot pull. My name is Lee. I'm disabled and chronically ill. That's why my information's on screen. I rely on a weekly crowdfund to get some of my material needs met. So if this resonates for you or you want to help me out, that's where you can send. I also want to note that I am white and a settler on colonized land, so I intentionally call in pre-colonial and decolonial ancestors, pre-patriarchal, anti-patriarchal, anti-colonial, anti-capitalist, because I like to know what I'm working with and I'm not interested in anybody else's input. Okay. Spirit, what do we need to know for this weekend? I'm so grateful for this weather. It's cooled down just enough that I can be outside for more than 5 minutes without feeling miserable. It's making me very happy. Oh, fire ant. Okay, hi. Can you go over there, please? No. Sorry. What do fire ants symbolize spiritually? Ants are very good team players, right? But I don't know as much about fire ants. They're just very protective. So, there's something there. Alright, can we get one card at a time, please? Oh, you really want to come out. 8 of Cups. Leave behind what doesn't serve you. This deck really helps me remember this card because he's literally swimming away. He's swimming away from the cups. He's swimming towards light. He's swimming towards a different life for himself. He has done a lot of work on his emotions. There's another fire ant. I'm just afraid they're gonna bite me. He's done a lot of work on his emotions. He's done a lot of work on his emotions, his intuition, his creativity and passion, maybe a little bit. And he's at a place where he wants to move on to the next level, the next phase. I've been trying to think of growth as less hierarchical and more like a tree, because a tree grows in every direction, essentially. So he is swimming away to brighter waters. The thing is, like, he's not necessarily leaving behind all of the work he's done, because he's in water. And what has come out of the cups is water, in my mind. So he's swimming through his emotions confidently, swimming away from the ones that don't serve him anymore, and swimming toward his next step, his next level, his next, game level is what I heard. So maybe you're leveling up emotionally. Maybe you've been through some really rough stuff that you've had to deal with emotionally, you've had to grieve, you've had to process mentally, you've had to process spiritually. Maybe it's taken a toll on you physically. Maybe you've been through a lot of stuff. We all have. But you're at a place where you're ready to move on. And those emotions and those experiences will always be with you. You've learned from them. You've grown through them. But you are ready to move on and not let them drag you down. You see how she's staying there and she's contemplating them and whatnot? But also these are metal in water. So like if he had held on to them, he's dragged down, right? What are you releasing? What have you been releasing? What do you need to release emotionally? That's really what it's feeling like for me, and that's what is aligned for me. I got a really aligned reading from somebody else last night that was talking about how there's still some grief that I need to actually face. And it was true. I've been like, what's the word? Putting on the back burner. The real intense grief that I need to process right now in order to swim away and move on to my next level and grow my next layer of self. So that is something that I am thinking about actively, and I'm going to have to, for me, I'm going to have to go to the trees, I think, and talk things out loud and cry and really get it out. Maybe you have a friend or a family member or a therapist that you can do that with. Maybe you can journal about it. Find what it is that you need to be moving on from, moving through, and Make sure you've done all your processing. But this is looking like you have. This is looking like you're ready. He's already swimming. He's swimming toward that light to see what's next, to see what is brighter in his life. He's gone through all the emotional stuff. He's learned all the emotional lessons. He's ready to use those lessons to make him more powerful, a more capable human, a better community member. And he's ready to learn more lessons, possibly bigger lessons. I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of me. This feels good to me. I just want to get one more. I don't know. I'm feeling like, is there anything else? Two of Pentacles reversed. Make sure you're not overdoing it. She's literally trying to juggle all of these balls and she can't keep up with what she's doing. What this card says to me is just drop a couple things temporarily. There are lots of things you want to get done. There are lots of things on your list. There are lots of things that are clouding your mind, and that might be in part why you haven't been able to swim away from all of your emotions. Maybe you are focusing on like physical stuff, financial stuff, real world sounds wrong, like world stuff, rather than emotion. Maybe you are using like your responsibilities and duties, so-called, to evade that emotion that you need to process so you can move on to your next level, right? So just drop a few things, one or two, so that you are more balanced in what you're doing, more confident, more happy doing it. Give yourself the space and time that you need to do that emotional processing so you can swim on to the bright blue water that waits for you. So true. Have a great weekend.